What is going on, everyone? It's Minato here, and we're back with some more Dokkan battle. Today is a little discussion that I want to go ahead and bring up to the channel, and this is regarding, of course, none other than the god of the game, STR Cooler. Not really yet, maybe. So, just to talk about it, there's again tons and tons of speculation on whether or not this guy will actually receive an ECA during the worldwide download celebration. Actually, I think it's just a normal worldwide celebration, not a download one, but we'll see very soon, I guess. There's a lot of, pushback on this guy getting an EZA, whether or not he will get one. So I brought up a bunch of EZAs that, again, we've had in the game. This is just a general, bring together of all the EZAs that we have right now, right? And I brought up some special cases of EZAs. I think a lot of people are saying this guy is not going to EZA because the fact is that it's too early for him to EZA, or especially on global. He's still a 2020 unit on the global version, right? So a lot of people are really pushing back on the idea that he would get an Extreme Z Awakening. I will say I personally think that it's highly likely this guy gets an EZA. Well, first off, just in general, this is like a perfect opportunity to EZA him, right? LR Final Form Cooler or something among those lines is coming to the game, and it's like, what better way to give him a really strong partner that will share 6 links with him basically, other than EZAing this guy. And it's like, even if this guy EZAs in a year or two, there's no guarantee that he's gonna have these really strong partners that he'll have right now. Like we have LR Golden Frieza, Full Power Frieza is still good, a Final Form Cooler, even Turles right now. The AGL Turles is very good with this guy. There is tons of units out right now that will really help this guy capitalize on his power, and I think it's just going to be a really good idea for him to really awaken now and help those teams and make the team strong, because eventually those units will fall off and we'll have to wait an extra year or so. I mean, I'm sure the new LR will be better, but I feel Full Power Frieza could fall off, right? Stuff like that. I don't know. Power creep is very, very great in this game, especially recently. So I would say this is just a great time to easy, and why not push it even more? Let's get something crazy from this guy, right? But talking about other EZs that we've had in the game, right? So we have this guy, Int UI Goku, right? This is one example of an EZA that they pushed a little, not even just a little, a good chunk ahead of the time frame of what we were expecting to see from these EZAs, right? So of course this guy came out in March 18th of 2018, and then he came out with an EZA on February 9th of 2021. So that's basically a little less than 3 years of a difference. Take a look here. Cooler came out 2019 of August 31st, and then if he would get an EZA, let's see, he would get an EZA on September, I don't know, 1st, 2nd, around here. That would be the same thing, 11 months between these two. Basically 3 years or 2 years and 11 months, right? Basically 3 years, right, of a difference. So again, that's a very similar time frame for where this guy released and got an EZA, which is why people were so surprised that he got an EZA. On top of that, we had, this guy was an EZA previously, right before him, the major EZA in Super Gogeta. Then we also had this guy during the anniversary, but I actually want to bring up these two first. Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, they came out in January of 2017 or February 2017. This guy came out in March of 2018, and he EZA'd literally a few months before these guys were 3-4 months before them, right? And these guys were the first 20% leads. This guy, again, the same thing, right? UI Goku came out basically 2 years after him. No, actually 1 year after him still, right? So I will say, of course, people are gonna act like release order really matters. I mean, they're not gonna easy unit that came on 2020, I'd say. But we do have a case of a unit that EZA'd in 2019, and 2019 unit EZA, of course, not this guy actually, this Tech Hit, right? Tech Hits came out in 2019, and he EZA'd in 2021 of October, right? For the JP version. For global, he EZA'd in December, right? But he again is another that's more 2.5 years for this guy, right? Which is even a smaller time frame than this Kulu would be EZAing or UI Goku, right? a much smaller time frame. And this guy, like, what is that, 3 4 months ahead of this guy, right? That's, yeah, it's, no, it's like 6 months. My apologies, I'm bad at math apparently, but this guy already got his EZA a while ago at this point, right? It's 8 months, no, 10 months ago. Yeah, 10 months ago this guy got his EZA. It's a long time ago at this point. So that's another thing that we could talk about right there. We can close these ones right here, but we'll talk about as well the LR Goku and Frieza unit. Of course, they're another unit. Basically 2.5 years to get an EZA, right? Which is again even a smaller time frame than we would see for Cooler or anyway Goku, right? And they're the first LR EZA, which, you know, we could take a look at. Broly right here was really the next LR EZA that came after him, right? And he came out a year before this guy, right? And he's EZA for same day. This unit EZA'd for the 7th anniversary and was the first LR EZA, even though he definitely was not near close to being the first LR to release. So that's, I think, another thing to show that this guy, I think it's very likely for him to get his Extreme Z Awakening. Showing these like direct comparisons, I think will definitely make people understand more so what I'm saying and why I personally think it's very likely. Then finally, I'll bring up these last 3 units right here. So this is LR Goku Black and Zamasu. This example is then basically, again, it's like the opposite where they bring a unit ahead of time to fit a celebration. Well, this unit was held for a very long time before he got his EZA, right? Like Broly, Gohan got their EZAs in 2021. This guy is mid 2022. He finally got on, and this guy is like amazing, by the way. He's like the 4th best unit in the game or something. But besides that, you can tell they waited specifically to have a Future Saga celebration for this guy to drop. So clearly they much prefer dropping these units to be themed around the celebration. So this is like the only, yeah, this is like this is the second Cooler's Revenge EZA or Dokkan Fest unit. The only other one we have before these 2 units that are coming out is Physical Cooler, who got his EZA a while ago. So I mean, who else is really going to EZA at this point? Now there is a strong argument for AGL Meta Cooler, but that depends on what Part 2 is. If Part 2 is the Revenge of Cooler movie, then, or Return of Cooler movie, then obviously I think that this guy would be saved for that part. If we see this guy EZA in Part 1, then Part 2 is probably going to be something different, but I think it's likely that the Worldwide Celebration is just entirely Cooler, and if that's the case, then obviously this guy will probably be saved for Part 2 and EZA after him, which would be a little funny, but again, it doesn't go against anything else that they've done. And yeah, so again, it's a sign that they would save these units in EZA then when they want to, right? It really sort of does not matter. I brought these 2 up just because I just, you know, well, both of these guys EZA'd like at a kind of unexpected time. No one really expected these guys to EZA, but again, they're another unit. 3 years, I think 3 years is like basically like at the earliest, like, it was 2.5 years again with those guys, not counting like, you know, this is counting like Dokkan Fest, not counting any like the AGO Broly banner unit who EZA'd the day he released, right? But I don't know why Vegeta's not loading, by the way. But again, 3 years like that, and they came out really quickly. They came out literally, what, a week or 2 after the year 3 units. Like, they don't care. They'll EZA these units whenever they want, however they want. And I think that, again, that's basically my case there and why I think Cooler will most likely get an EZA there in this Worldwide Celebration. If I'm wrong, that'll be funny. You can clip that. But I personally am fully confident this guy will get his EZA, and he'd be very nasty. I'm also going to do probably a separate video talking about what I would like his EZA to look like. That will probably go up tomorrow. There's actually a lot of stuff happening today. We had the JP and Global Data download like an hour or 2, or the JP one like, what, 2 hours before this one, and the Global one was a few hours before that. Then we have probably another data download later today for both versions, I would assume, maybe just Global, for the Superhero Celebration on Global and that new event that we're going to get for Superhero. And I think the Worldwide Celebration Countdown also begins like either tonight or tomorrow, so tons of stuff to do. So I think, you know, these just normal 2 uploads, right? I uploaded Battle Wits Super Battle Road, and that was before this one, but keep a look up there. I'll have this cooler, like, easy A's concept I have in mind tomorrow, so just watch out for that. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.